And he looked at me and he said, "You're not a runner." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "You don't look like one." I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "Do you think you're alive?" And I said, "That is a strange question because I'm standing in front of you. I'm alive." He said, "No, you're not alive." I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he said, "To me, it just seems like you're letting life pass by. You're existing. If you were alive, you would make everything count. You would do things to get what you want 24/7. That's called being alive. Then you're making a difference. Your existence makes a difference." And hearing that, that instantly just, it changed my mindset. Overnight, I was like, I'm gonna fix everything. And I started working really hard, very focused. Like for years then, I was on a diet. I was living like a very strict lifestyle of, you know, like 4 a.m. to 8 p.m., same food every day, same workouts, like running thousands and thousands of miles. And it kept going. I never took breaks, which is a big mistake. I should have. When I was very little, like around like 10, 11, I basically, I had very cliche goals. Like any kid growing up in India had the same goals. Like, oh, I want to be a cricket player, or I want to be an actor, because those are like the glamorous things. Those all those things that shine. I always wanted those, and but I had no talent because the school I was in was very. They only taught us from the book and nothing else. And then I went to like this boarding school, and suddenly it was an international school and there were people from all over, and everyone had like a talent. And I was like, huh, I need to have my own thing too. And I tried everything, and I realized I'm not good at anything. No hand-eye coordination. So I realized I'll do something simple that just requires mental strength. So I started running. But one day I realized, like right before college, that maybe it's not my thing. Maybe all these years I thought that running is my purpose, my goal, but maybe it's not, because suddenly I was not happy doing it. I think I burnt out. I did too much of it. I came to New York with the mindset that I'm gonna try everything. I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna just do anything that I want to do. And when I had to decide my major, I said I'll do architecture because, like, it's safe. Film is scary. No one wants to do film because it's scary. Like, there's no certainty to it, especially when you have Indian parents. It's more of a it's more of a risk for in their opinion, and I have to respect that too. So I was just like, okay, I'll do architecture and I'll go to the city. It's the city of dreams. Things will happen. Blah blah blah. Kept manifesting in my head. Like I would go talk to people and I would randomly be like, oh, I actually want to do film, and they would be confused. Like, then why are you doing architecture? And then I would explain to them my whole story, and everyone would be like, oh, interesting. Like, oh, you're gonna wait this long, and what if you never get to do film? And I was just like, no, it'll happen at some point. And then it happened. Like one, I don't even remember. I think I was sitting on the dining table in the cafeteria or something, and Kashvi approached me, and she's like, "Oh, I have a film, blah blah," and I was like, "Oh, I would like to try out." Then she asked me to read some lines, and then she had like other actors from like NYU, Tish, and all that, and and then she tried like auditioning me, and I read the script, and I have no experience. I had no expectations, and then she calls me, and she's like, "Huh, so." I found better actors, but it matches your vibe, so you get it. I'm like, awesome. And then I do it. And then I love being on that set so much that I'm like, I need to do more of this. Then all summer long, I'm doing it, I'm doing it, I'm doing it. And I was like, this is awesome. I have a bigger goal, which is just to make good things happen and to try to help people. And I don't think I'll ever run out of like excitement for that. And I've realized that now I can use any medium to do that. For now, that medium is film. I hope it always stays film, but I'm open to it changing. Like 10 years later, it could be something else. I think my definition of what's my goal has changed from something very self centered and selfish to something broader and more sustainable, something that's never gonna stop.